Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Doodles and I've got something a little bit different than what I normally do on this channel, but something that I hope will be the first of many. Now, I've been thinking recently about maybe changing my direction on the channel, maybe steering away from more Fortnite content and Let's Plays and stuff like that. Maybe start going into some reviews, unboxings, tips and tricks. Maybe I want to rebuild my retro collections, a big thing that I've wanted to do for a long time. And I think now might finally be the time to start doing it. Now, I recently put up a poll on my community tab and 83% of you guys said that you would love to see me do more retro stuff, cover more retro games, hunt out some more retro games, rebuild my collection and stuff like that, which is something that I really want to do anyway. So I think it'd be great to share that experience with you. And a few days later, here we are, my first foray into building my retro collection again, because a good few years ago, probably about a decade or so ago now, I sold majority of my collection. I sold those my N64 games, my Super Nintendo games, all sorts of different consoles, my PS2, my Xbox. Got rid of all the consoles, got rid of all the games, including some that I deeply regret, such as Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Castlevania Symphony of the Night on PS1, and there were so many games that I wish I didn't get rid of, especially Castlevania. I think I sold that for like 77 quid back in like 2009. I think you can generally get about 200 to 300 for it now, so yeah, I do deeply regret that one. But I think now is the perfect time for me to start to rebuild it, because these are the consoles I love, these are the consoles that I grew up on. And then also, obviously, being a child of the 90s and obviously the 2000s as well, I didn't have my own money being a child, so I didn't get to play all the games that I would have liked to play growing up. So I think this would be a good opportunity to finally go back and be able to experience these games that I may have missed out on the 90s. And although this one was a little bit later in time, today's video we're going to be checking out a box of PS3 games I just got, and I've never owned a PS3 before. When the Xbox and the PS3 were out, I chose the 360 and I never got the PS3 back in the day, so obviously I missed out on a huge library of games. So obviously it'd be great to sort of build up a collection of PS3 games as well and experience them. So in this box I've got 18 games in total, and I think this is going to be a really great starter pack for someone that is just getting the PS3 and wanting to experience the last generation of consoles. Now, I've probably played a great deal of these games already if they are multi-platform on the 360. But if not, then obviously I've got brand new games to play, and if they are, then I've never owned them on PS3, so happy days. I don't own most of my 360 library these days anyway. I generally downscaled a lot of my collection to just the core games that I love, such as Resident Evil. But generally everything else over the years is pretty much just gone. My game collection is very small, so even though there's a good chance I own nothing in this, I might have played them already, but it'd be great to have them back in my collection. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video today. Something a bit different, but something I want to do a lot more of on the channel, so if you do, make sure you drop a like on it. Also subscribe to those notifications on, because that will let me know that you guys really do dig it. And obviously if you let me know in the comment section as well that you do dig it, that will encourage me to be able to get more bundles like this, show them off to you guys and really start to build my collection. I also want to do some vlogs as well, maybe where I go to different retro game stores and obviously see what they've got and try and pick up some cool games as well. But yeah, without any further ado, let's just dive straight into it. Right, I can't seem to find my trusty knife, so I'm going to use a screwdriver, but it will still cut through the sellotape, so it is all good. So right, let's see what is in store in this box. Now, I've got to put it this way because my name and address is on this side, and on the underside, which is actually the top, obviously has the postage label. I've don't want any of my details leaked, so I've got to do it this way. So I'm kind of doing it backwards, so I don't know how these are going to be packaged, but hopefully it'll be alright. Hopefully it'll be okay. It's going to be a lot of this one. We're going to lot of this. Oh, okay. Right, okay, so all the spines are the other way, so I actually can't see which games are there. They've all got the plastic, they've all got the opening section in front of me, so I literally have no idea what any of these games are. So that's going to make it a mystery as much for me as it is for you. But yeah, let's get straight into it. So right, here we go, let's go for this first one. I have no idea what to expect here. I'm putting them on the floor so obviously the box doesn't take up part of the screen, also I can get some B-roll footage of the table, obviously I can show them off a little bit better. So it makes sense to put them like this. But first up we've got, alright, okay, not the game I would have been expecting to pull out first, but okay, my first official PS3 game, and that is Formula 1 2010. So quite an old game. Formula 1, it's not something I've ever really got into. Unfortunately, I've never been a big fan of Formula 1. I think it's a great sport, it's just not something I've ever been massively interested in watching. I've seen bits here and there, but I'm not going to sit for 3 hours and watch people go around the same track like 50 times or whatever they go around. But I've played a bit of the games in the past. I can't recall playing this one, but I do know they're very, very well made. So I open it up, we've got the manuals there and the receipts there as well. Awesome. So when was this game bought? This game was bought on 24th of September 2010 for £37.47. Nice. So this dude paid pretty much full price for this game back in September 2010. I'll put that back in there. Let's have a look at the disc. The disc is, yeah, it's actually really good. There's no noticeable scratches on it. There's no smudges. Yeah, everything looks pretty nice. That's a really nice case. The case is awesome as well. It's not discoloured or anything. It's not cracked. It's even got the sticker on there, the 90%, the 9 out of 10 sort of review scores and that. And yeah, pretty perfect case. I'm very, very happy with that. Even though it's not a game that I'm particularly interested in, I would generally buy myself. Yeah, dig it. I dig it a lot. It's awesome. Right, next up we have Call of Duty Ghosts. Now, this is generally the game that doesn't get as much love as I think it should in the Call of Duty scene. I actually really like Ghosts. I played it on the 360 and yeah, it's got that kind of Modern Warfare vibe to it. It's made by Infinity Ward, that obviously is probably why it does. And I feel like this is kind of like the black sheep of the Call of Duty world, especially when it comes to the Infinity Ward games, but I really dig it. I really dig it. My sister-in-law actually still plays Call of Duty Ghosts to this day. Even though she's got all the other ones, she still loves going back to this one, and I can see why. I really dig it. Overall, the case it's a nice case. There's nothing wrong with it. There's a little tiny scuff on the cover art, which I think looks like maybe it's been taken out or something at some point. It's kind of got a little bit of a scuff there, but nothing too major that you'd really notice. It does look like it's been taken out. Actually, it's not sort of flush in the plastic. It's sort of pushed out a little bit. So yeah, I imagine it has been removed. Maybe the case has been switched out at some point. Although, why would? Because this is actually a fantastic case. I don't know if the game came with a manual, because obviously the PS3 and Xbox era was when they stopped really doing manuals, so I'm expecting some of these not to have them, but it's got all the sort of usual stuff. It's got the activation codes for like DLC, it's got the privacy policy, stuff like that, all the sort of advertisements is there still. And in terms of the disc, yeah, it looks pretty decent. It's a bit dusty. It's a little bit dusty. There's a smudge on it. Don't know if that's a scratch. No, it's not a scratch, thankfully. There's very, very few minor surface scratches on it, but nothing that I think would affect playability at all. They're very, very minor, as you'd expect with just sort of generally owning the game, sort of wear and tear, but nothing sort of major. So yeah, I'd probably say the case and the cover art's probably about a 95 in terms of quality, and probably about the same for the disc as well. So yeah, very, very happy with this one. And I also forgot, I'll put the price chart and value somewhere around there. I don't know if there's one for the UK or not, because I'm based in the UK. So if I can sort of find one, I'll do a UK and US one, because I'm based in the UK, so obviously the UK value is the most important to me. But the American one might be where most of the audience is, so I'll try and kind of like do both at the same time. But hopefully if it goes above $20, then obviously we've got a winner, because we paid $20 for this bundle and there's 18 games. So I imagine we're probably going to get some decent value for money here. But yeah, without any further ado, let's dive into game number 3. Alright, next up on my list, I have Gran Turismo 5 Prologue. Now, I've never played this. I haven't played Gran Turismo 5 either. Obviously, I never owned a PS3, so I suppose that would make sense. But Gran Turismo 1, 2 and 3 back in the day on the PS1 and 2, they were my games, man. I put so many hours into them. And I absolutely love the Gran Turismo series. Now, the Prologue, I'm assuming this is kind of almost like a demo version of Gran Turismo 5. I think this was sold cheaper than a full retail game, maybe like £20 rather than 40. But overall, looks awesome, case looks good. It says up to 16 player races, compete for the first time online. Over 60 cars, Nissan GTR, Ferrari F430, Aston Martin DB9. It's only got 6 tracks on it, which I imagine the Gran Turismo 5 had a hell of a lot more. So I would say that, yes, it's kind of like, obviously, a prologue, a prequel, a demo, a little teaser to sort of keep people going. I think there might have been a delay or something of the game, and there was like I don't know, I think the game came out quite later in the life cycle of the PS3, so I think it's kind of like tided people over for a little bit. Case looks fine. The manual looks pretty good, probably about an 8.5. Got a couple of creases, a couple of scuffs, but that's to be expected when obviously reading the manual. The fact it's got a manual is awesome, especially when you buy off eBay. You don't often get manuals, or like you got CEX or something. Disc looks fine, no scratches that I can see. Yeah, overall pretty decent. A lot of racing games so far. But I actually do dig racing games a lot, especially stuff like Dirt, Forza and that, Gran Turismo. So yeah, very, very happy with that as well. Next up we have, we actually have Gran Turismo 5. Very nice. Very nice indeed. First impressions, case looks fine. Nothing to complain about there. Over 1,000 cars in over 20 locations. It doesn't say 20 tracks. It says 20 locations. There could be a lot more than 20 tracks in total. But over 1,000 cars as opposed to the 60. Now, yeah, this is the true Gran Turismo 5 that obviously I would be playing. If I had a PS3, I would have had this game for sure. Has a manual as well. Cool, yeah, which like I said, you don't expect to see a lot of manuals, especially towards the later part of the life cycle of these consoles. You don't see them as much, so yeah, really happy with that. Yeah, once again, no scratches I don't think on the discs. There might be a little smudge. Is that a smudge? I think it's a smudge rather than a scratch, but yeah, overall, I'd probably rate this about a 9 out of 10 in terms of quality. Everything looks as is, and as I would expect, and yeah, very, very happy with that one. For the collection. Cool. Next up we have Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Now, Black Ops 2 is obviously hailed as one of the greatest Call of Duty games. This and like Modern Warfare 2 are like the games, the Call of Duty games. Modern Warfare 2 is the Infinity Ward's greatest game, and this is Tri-X's greatest game, according to a lot of people as well. It's got the campaign multiplayer zombies and stuff. Also has the manual. Which is very, very nice. It's not a very big manual. Disc, I'm expecting this to be a little bit more scuffed, but no. It's actually not. It's actually not. Couple of tiny little scratches, but just surface scratches that you'd expect. Obviously, a game like Call of Duty, you'd expect to be played a lot as well, so I would expect them to be a little bit more scuffed than others. But yeah, pleasantly surprised. This is definitely a decent case. Nothing's dirty, nothing's broken, nothing's cracked, nothing's scratched. A couple of surface scratches on the back of the case, but that's just from obviously handling, putting on desks, dropping them on the floors, putting them in your sort of game collection and stuff. So, but yeah, overall, very, very happy with that one as well. Right, next up, we've got another Formula 1 game. This one is F1 2012. So this dude really likes his Formula 1 games. But awesome. Hopefully I like 2010. If I do, then I'm sure I'll like 2012 as well. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. The case is awesome. Obviously I've talked about the Formula 1 2010 already, so I don't really need to talk about this a great deal. The manual's included again. Is there any receipts this time? I think the dude didn't put his receipt in the case. And there's also the disc is... yeah, it's about the same as the first one. A couple of smudges in terms of like fingerprints and that, but nothing in terms of scratches. Yeah, overall, looks pretty awesome. Can't complain at that. Like I said, don't know what I'm going to expect from this series of games, but if I dig it, then I've got 2 to play now, which is awesome. Next up, we have, one of the highest rated games, if not the highest rated game, it's definitely one of the highest rated games I think of all time on Metacritic, and that is Grand Theft Auto 5. Now, man, I love this game. I bought this one on launch on 360. I've got it on PC now, which is awesome, and it is a fantastic game. The online's great. It's full of trolls, but it's a decent online service. The game itself is fantastic. I love using mods on it. And yeah, overall, very, very happy with this. It's got the instruction manual. It's got the map. It's even got the map, ladies and gentlemen, which is awesome. It's also got a receipt as well. This was bought for $44.99 on the 17th of September 2013. Was that launch day? That was definitely on or around launch day. I know that. That was definitely around launch day. I do recall that. I do recall that being the case. So yeah, overall, very happy with that. The fact it's got the manual and the map, and the map looks in good condition as well. Everything looks pretty good. What's the disc like? Oh, this disc is a bit scuffed. I think it's just dirt. There may be 1 or 2 surface scratches, but I think literally if you just take like antibacterial wipe or something to that, I think a lot of them are just smudge marks and stuff. Probably just from being used a lot, but yeah, I think it's literally that. But I think overall, I think it's going to be fine. Like I said, I don't think there's any actual scratches on it. I think it's just generally just use of the disc. So yeah, very, very happy with that. That's definitely like a key game that you need to own if you own any platform that has it on. It's an essential game for anyone's collection. So the fact that I've got it here in a $20 bundle as well is super, super cool. This game, in terms of value, in terms of what you get out of playing this game, is well worth the $20 in my opinion. So happy days. Next up, we have Rock Band. Now, obviously, this is a little bit pointless for me because I don't actually own the guitars and stuff on PS3, but cool game nonetheless. It's a cool game nonetheless. Case looks fine. I always preferred Guitar Hero to Rock Band. Not gonna lie. But it's so fantastic. It's got some awesome tracks on this one. Should I Stay or Should I Go? Enter Sandman. Hysteria by Muse. It's got Creep by Radiohead. Blitzkrieg Bop. The Ramones. Danny California. Red Hot Chili Peppers. Yeah, it's got a decent soundtrack, and obviously it's got a lot of DLC as well. I don't know if the DLC is still available on PS3 and Xbox 360. It's been a long time since I played either of those. I've got it on. I got it on Xbox 360, but it's been that long. I don't even know if you can still buy the DLC, but I imagine you could anyway. Case is looking fine. Manuals all present. It's even got a receipt again. Man, this dude leaves his receipts and everything. Game, no scratches that I can tell. A little bit of smudges. Just use a wipe or something. Maybe a tiny slight amount of discoloration on the case. I don't know if that's the case. It might be, but overall, yeah, it's a decent copy. It's a nice copy. No complaints. I haven't seen any cracks on any cases yet. Everything looks pretty damn decent. Overall, very, very happy with that. Next up, we have Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Now, obviously, Modern Warfare 2 was the game that a lot of people played. Modern Warfare 3 was also good. I had it on 360, and I really enjoyed the experience. The Modern Warfare series is fantastic. We've already dove into Call of Duty, though, in previous games that I pulled out, so I'm not going to spend too much time on this. But the manual's there. The disc is maybe a few surface scratches on it. I think there's a few surface scratches, but I can't see anything affecting playability there, or just a very, very minor wear and tear surface scratches. So yeah, very, very happy with that one. Next up we have Gran Turismo 6. Now I've also spent a lot of time talking about Gran Turismo in the past, so I'm not going to spend too much time on this one. It's got over 1,200 cars, which is awesome. Real world tracks like Silverstone. Yeah, I remember this game having a lot of hype around it. I remember it got a lot of good reviews and that, so I'm excited for this one. Excited for the receipts in this one again. This dude really needs to take a receipt out of the stuff he purchases. How much did he pay for this? £30. He didn't get it. I don't think it was full price. He must have got it a bit later on. But manuals there. Obviously, for you American people, new games are generally about 40 to 50, averaging about 45 in the UK. So £30. Obviously, it's been out a couple of months before then. No scratches at all. That's actually a very, very perfect disc. There's literally nothing wrong with that disc as well. So either this dude really takes care of his games, or he doesn't play them a great deal, and that is why. But either way, he's done a great job, so no complaints at all. I mentioned that I prefer Guitar Hero over Rock Band, and unfortunately I don't have the PS3 controls. I've literally got the World Tour guitar, or the Guitar Hero 5 guitar, literally sat there behind the camera. I'm literally pointing to it now. And unfortunately it's for 360, so I can't use it on this. But Road 2 was an awesome game. I did dig this one a lot. Beat It, Michael Jackson. Crazy Train, Ozzy Osbourne. Misery Business, Paramore. System of a Down, BYOB. Van Halen, Hot for Teacher. Damn It, Blink-182. Living on a Prayer, Bon Jovi. Hotel California, The Eagles. Jimi Hendrix. Purple Haze and Wind Cries Mary. Linkin Park, What I've Done, Metallica, Trapped Under Ice. That was a good soundtrack. There was a good soundtrack in this game. I did really dig this one back in the day. So yeah, it's a shame I don't own them. Maybe I come across a really, really cheap set on eBay. There's never a receipt here. He only paid £10 for this one. Got a bargain. An absolute bargain. But yeah, maybe if I pick up a really cheap guitar, something for it, maybe I can finally use them. I've got them on 360 anyway, so I don't really have much of a need for these outside of maybe just having them for the collection. Or maybe I'll sell them, I'm not entirely sure yet. I don't know how much there is a demand for Rock Band and Guitar Hero games these days in 2020. But next up, we've got a game which I've never played. I've never played this one before, and that is Battlefield Bad Company. Now, I love the Battlefield series. Unfortunately, I started with Battlefield 3, so I missed out on the first few, but I've always been a big fan of the Battlefield games. So, yeah, this is awesome. It only goes up to 720p. Damn. But yeah, it's got online. Whether the online's still actually available now on PS3, I have no idea. Case, this is probably the worst case I've seen so far, but still pretty decent. Manuals all there. In good condition as well. The disc, nothing wrong with that. I can't see any noticeable scratches. I think just a couple of smudges. The case looks a little bit dirty in disc. There's actually some a stain on the disc. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. I'll see if I can put me some B-roll footage of that. It could be a coffee stain or something. It's some kind of smudge of something. But yeah, the case looks a little bit yellowed and a bit scratched. So maybe this was a pre-owned game. I don't know if this dude maybe bought this one new. Obviously, it came out, what was it, like what, 2008 or something? This came out, so it's only 12 years old. So I suppose 12 years of wear and tear. But yeah, this isn't the best copy in the world. I think it's actually the worst one I've seen so far, this bundle. But I'd probably rate overall about 7 out of 10. Nothing wrong with it, just maybe a bit of an old case. But yeah, pretty cool. Maybe I'll swap the case out for one of the Guitar Hero games or something, and it'll be all good. Now next up we've got Test Drive Unlimited 2, which I don't think I played. I played the demo of it. I may actually have it on 360, but I don't think I played it much. I may have dabbled in it briefly. But yeah, the Test Drive series been out since the PS1 days, and I remember playing, I think, the demo or maybe this game itself, and really being impressed with it. So yeah, I'm excited. I don't own it anymore, so I'll be excited to play it. The manual's there. The manual's a big manual as well. That's like a PS1 even manual. You don't see stuff like that very often these days. So that's awesome. He's left another receipt in here. How much did he pay for it this time? He paid no. He bought something else as well. He bought Call of Duty 4 for $12.99. He bought this game for $29.98. So he didn't pay full price for this either. But yeah, this dude really needs to stop leaving his receipts. Does he go to the same game all the time as well? Is it the same store? No, it's a different store. Fair enough. But yeah, whoever owns these games in the past keep leaving the receipts in them. But everything looks fine. A couple of smudges on the disc, but nothing out that a couple of anti-back wipes wouldn't sort out. Case looks smooth. No discoloration. No stains. Everything looks pretty damn nice. Yeah, it's a good copy. It's a good copy. Yeah, dig it a lot. Dig it a lot. Next up, we have another game which I've never played because it is exclusive for the PS3, and that is Resistance 3. Now, this is one of the quite older games, I think, in this series. 2011 it came out, so yeah, it's quite old. But I've never played it. I have never played it, and I don't know a great deal about it except the fact that it's a first-person shooter game. It's like a sci-fi first-person shooter game. It's got PlayStation Move features. Let's see if you own a PlayStation Move. Apparently it includes the Battle LA movie on Blu-ray disc. Oh, it does as well. Nice. Nice. I've got a Blu-ray. Oh, I've never seen Battle Los Angeles either. I don't know if it's a good movie or not, but I have it on Blu-ray now. The manual's here. It's very nice. Blu-ray's there. What's the quality of the Blu-ray like? It looks like it may have been watched maybe once, maybe not at all. Disc looks pretty spot on. Yeah, don't know if he's watched it, to be fair. Don't know if he's even watched it. I've gone like IMDb or something, or Rotten Tomato rather, and see what, or Metacritic, and see what the score is for that. Disc looks absolutely fine, bit of dust on it, but nothing, no scratches. Yeah, overall looks pretty damn nice. It's actually got a reverse cover. If you look, it's got the same cover. That's really weird. No, yeah, it's got like an alternative cover. Awesome. Cool. Yeah, I've never played this game before, so yeah, I'd be very happy to check this one out. Not to be sold separately, so maybe this was a bundle or something. Maybe the PlayStation Move, maybe it came with the console. It's got a not to be sold separately sticker there, no barcode. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure where this disc came from, but never played it. Be interested to finally check it out at some point, which would be awesome. Next up, we've got Call of Duty Black Ops. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. Obviously, I've already talked about Call of Duty. Black Ops 1, fantastic game. Dig it a lot. Been a big fan of it. Case looks nice. It's got the manual still, which is awesome, in good condition as well. The disc, nothing wrong with that. Might be one surface scratch there, that maybe two that I can see, but only very, very minor. Nothing that would affect gameplay at all, or the ability to actually play the game. Case looks nice, no real discoloration. Maybe a couple of nicks there, very, very slight, but nothing to complain about. Nothing to complain about. Next up, we've got another Call of Duty game. We've got Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So the first Call of Duty Modern Warfare game, Call of Duty 4, which was a fantastic game. This was my very first Call of Duty experience, and I really, really did dig it. I love playing the campaign on this mode. This game was awesome. Really, really enjoyed this one. 2007, man, this is old. Man, that how long ago it's been since Call of Duty 4 came out? Jesus. Manual looks pretty decent. Couple of scuffs. Maybe a little tiny tear. in the manual, but nothing major. Nothing major. Here's what it is. Game's 13 years old after all. I mean, you can't expect the world. A little bit of a dirty disc, but nothing. Just antibacterial wipe wouldn't just clean up very, very nicely. Overall, in good condition though. Very, very happy with that one. True blast from the past. That is a blast from the past for me. But yeah, it was awesome. It's an awesome game. So I'm excited. And speaking of Modern Warfare, we've also got Modern Warfare 2, which is the second Call of Duty game that I've played. And I'm at third. I think World at War came between these two, I think. But yeah, I love this game so much. I didn't play the multiplayer a great deal. I wasn't a big fan of multiplayer back then, but the campaign was awesome, especially No Russian. That was obviously a very controversial level, but it was a fun one nonetheless. And yeah, it was cool. It was a cool game. So glad to actually have this back in the collection. I really, really do dig it. Case looks pretty decent. Maybe some very slight discoloration, but nothing really to write home about. It's got a little bit of a crease in the manual there, but it's an old game. 10-year-old game. So 11-year-old maybe. Another receipt. Where'd it go this time? Game Station. Man, it's another blast from the past. That is another blast from the past. Game Station. I used to love Game Station. How much did it cost? It's either $4.99 or $14.99. Man, this dude got a bargain. 2010. It must be $14.99. It wasn't $14.98. It wasn't that old in 2010 to get that good of a deal. But he paid with 20 quid. But Game Station, man, for you UK folks, that is a blast from the past. Also, this game is a blast from the past as well. And it's awesome. I'm super happy that it's here. And last but not least, we have one of my favourite games of all time, Grand Theft Auto 4. Now, I actually really dig Grand Theft Auto 4. And in ways, I actually prefer over Grand Theft Auto 5 as well. I know. Don't hate me. But I actually prefer many elements of this game over Grand Theft Auto 5. And yeah, it's one of my favourite games of all time. I've got it on Steam. I had it on Xbox 360. But as I mentioned, I scaled down my collection a lot. But yeah, I still own it. And it's so an amazing game. Case looks awesome. It's got the manual. It's got the map, which is in good condition as well. Got a bit of a crease, I think, in the manual there. But it's not a big deal. The map's in really good condition though. Probably been looked at once and never looked at again. So yeah, it's good. No complaints at that. Disc looks in really good condition. This dude takes care of his discs. Even though he's very clumsy, he leaves for seats in the cases all the time. He takes care of his discs. So I've got no complaints at that at all. Looks awesome. This is a very, very clean copy. Probably a high 8 out of 10. Say maybe a little tiny bit of dirt and that under the cover art, but it's a 12-year-old game now, 2008, so that is to be expected. It's not a pristine copy, but you wouldn't expect it to be sitting in someone's home for 12 years and not be anything but a little bit of wear and tear. But yeah, overall, this bundle's been awesome. There's been some very clean copies. This guy clearly takes care of his discs, so very, very happy with that. There's been some standout games. Obviously, we've got GTA 4 and 5. We've got a lot of Call of Duties there. We've got Modern Warfare, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 3 as well. We've got Ghosts. We've got Gran Turismo 5, Prologue 5 and 6, Test Drive Unlimited 2, Formula 1 2010 and 2012, which I don't really know what to expect from them. We've got a couple of Guitar Hero and Rock Band games, which obviously we're probably never going to be able to play because we don't own them. Don't own the guitars for them. We've got Battlefield Bad Company, which I've never played. We've got Resistance 3, which I've never played. So, although these are largely cross-platform games, multi-platform games rather, as opposed to being exclusives like your Last of Us, God of War, Ratchet and Clank and stuff like that, I still think this is a pretty essential starter pack for anyone that owns this generation of consoles, whether it's the PS3 or the Xbox 360. There's been so many amazing games made over the years for those consoles. And this is definitely a collection of some of the best. Obviously, GTA games are amazing. Call of Duty took over that generation of console. If you were gaming back then, especially if you had that sort of age where you were into those sort of games, Call of Duty just took over the gaming world. Call of Duty basically did what Fortnite is doing right now. So you can't deny the impact they had on the gaming industry. So it's really awesome to see a big collection of them be able to go back through that generations of games for that console. Obviously got the Gran Turismo game, which I loved growing up as a kid. 1, 2 and 3, I loved them. And then obviously I moved over from the PlayStation consoles over to the Xbox for that generation, so I missed out on these ones, so they're really awesome. Got a couple of game Resistance exclusive never played, Battlefield Bad Company never played. So yeah, overall very, very happy with this bundle. And hopefully you guys enjoy this one as well. It's been a long video though. It has been a long video, I will say that. Maybe for future ones I'll try and scale it back a little bit because this might end up being a long video. But it's been a fun one and I've had a lot of fun unboxing this for you guys. So hopefully you had a lot of fun watching me do it as well. And if you guys want to see more stuff like this, rebuilding my collection, you want to see me get more games, sort of pick up bundles of games, maybe go vlog into some gaming stores and stuff like that and sort of see what is about there and get some brand new games for my collection. Let me know in the comment section. Also drop a like and subscribe to those notifications on so I know that you do dig it. But on that note, that is the end of the video, guys. So my name is Doodles. I thank you so much for watching and I'll see you guys next time.